Hello everyone, this is Sarah. In this video, I'm going to discuss about what I think when the ITC share price will increase, then the share price valuation, and finally how much I invested at present. First, I'm comparing the Indian economic growth with ITC growth rate. If you invest 100 rupees in any business, it has to grow more than inflation and country's average economic growth. I hope you all agree with me. Here, in Indian current GDP growth rate in the last 10 years, as an average, it has grown around 10 to 12%. Then in COVID period, it dropped to negative, and now in FY 2022, it is expected to increase to 14%. Now with ITC revenue and profit growth included in the graph, I have divided this into three phases. Phase 1 between FY 11 to FY 15, where the ITC revenue and profit growth rate is more than Indian economy. Phase 2 between FY 16 to FY 19, the growth rate is less than Indian economy. And phase 3 during COVID period, where it becomes negative. Now the price of the ITC for the last 10 years. Corresponding to the phases, as in phase 1 where the growth rate is more than Indian economy, the share price almost doubled from 90 rupees to 200 rupees. And in phase 2 where the growth rate is less than Indian economy, the share price started to move sideways. And in COVID period, the price is dropped, that is never recovered. After a long time, now the ITC revenue and profit growth is getting close to the Indian economic growth rate. I think if it crosses it, it will unlock a share price value. The second cause that can impact the ITC share price is FMCG others EBIT margin, that is non-Signet business margin. Though the revenue of FMCG others is increases to 40%, the profit margin was never good. As you can see in the chart, most of the time it is lowest 2s and 3s. But during COVID period, it has increased to 10% in the last 2 financial years. In comparison to the operating profit of HUL is always around 25%. So, if the EBIT margin of FMCG others increases to 15 or 20%, then the market will stop considering ITC as a cigarette business. ITC Infotech Limited. 2 years ago, this company is negligible and nothing compared to other ITC's business. But in the last 2 to 3 years, the revenue grows around 20%, and now in the present financial year, in the first half, it has increased to 24%. Not just that, the profit margin is also increased from 8% to 28%. Based on these fundamentals, the ITC Infotech company is valued around 16,000 crore to 20,000 crore rupees. And this part of business alone contributes 10 rupees per share. I am expecting the company to do business for 2,900 crore to 3,000 crore business in this financial year. Then, if the revenue increases to 5,000 crore rupees in the next 2 to 3 years, the company's valuation is also correspondingly increases to 30,000 crores. Others, I don't think this any of the below reasons is likely to happen in the short term, but worth to know. First, demerging of the business. Demerging of ITC business will do huge value unlock. Second, in the last 5 years, the illegal cigarette market share has increased from 10% to 25%. So, if the government regulates any policy to curb illegal cigarettes, it may increase the share price value. Third, increase in number of millions of individual cigarette pipe sales. And finally, the ITC Management Board stops allocating capital for non-performing assets or selling non-performing assets, the share price will increase. ITC valuation. I used a discounted cash flow method to value the ITC business. If you want, please pause the video and have a look at all the values. Based on the calculated valuation, the estimated intrinsic value of the stock is rupees 270. Now the stock is trading around 217 rupees. While doing my valuation, the stock was around 212 rupees. So the stock is undervalued by 22%. Now about my investment. I invested 1.5 lakh rupees and bought or am holding around 750 number of ITC shares. Though I valued this stock to rupees 270, I highly doubt that this stock can reach that value in the short term. So, if the stock reaches to 240 rupees, I'll book profit for 150 number of stocks. And then again it reaches to 250 and 260 rupees, then I will offload 100 number of stocks at each stock. Consider subscribing this channel. I'm putting lot of effort in making the video. Then finally disclaimer. Thanks for watching.